This is a $500 3D printer.
We are using it to print a full-scale Subaru BRZ GT300 from the racing series in Japan.
Let's go. It's been labeled the cornering boss
For its unbelievable handling, aggressive aero, massive wide-body kit, and the ability to attack corners at insane speeds. Built for Japan's top GT racing series, this lightweight machine also became famous for beating expensive supercars, exotic cars like Lamborghini and Ferrari. And now I'm taking on the challenge, building my own version of it on a real-world budget. For years, I've been a huge JDM fan, but I quickly fell in love with SuperGT because of how extreme the cars and builds were. Some of the craziest, highest-level race car creations in the world. The aggressive Subaru BRZ GT300 widebody look is something you simply cannot buy anywhere. I know you're probably wondering, how am I going to 3D print all of this? What materials and filament I'm going to use, and how any of this is actually going to work. The first step was finding a cheap donor BRZ. I spent weeks searching online before I finally found one for only $5,000. But after that, I stripped off the hood, front bumper, and fender so I could quickly see what I was working with before I started this massive 3D printed widebody project. I found a downloadable 3D model of the car and began completely dissecting it in multiple software programs. Then I used another software program to automatically cut the panels into 3D printed pieces. So each section could be individually 3D printed and later assembled into a full GT3 style wide body kit. Now, back in the day, 3D printing was agonizingly slow, crazy expensive, and completely out of reach for the average person. But those days are officially dead. The game has completely changed with faster speeds and prices that won't break the bank. Case in point, I'm printing with the Elegoo Neptune 3 Max right now. That only retails for around 500 Canadian bucks. For this whole build, we are running PETG filament because it handles the high heat like a champ, won't warp or deform in the sun, and best of all, it's still incredibly easy to print with even if you're not a total expert. And we are kicking things off and finishing the assembly of the engine hood. So let's load the slice files onto the USB stick. So we are showing the hood, but right now we are printing the right fender. Let's press print, and right fender is there. Part 53, and print, confirm. And there she goes. And skipping forward, this is the raft or the brim. No, this is the raft, sorry, that sticks the part of the fender, the print, to the hotbed. And this is coming on the end of completion of this part, I believe. That was in my security camera. And now we're moving on to the hood as promised. Yeah, I'm just matching up the sections of the hood. The final sections of the hood right here, yeah, I was just using a sanding block to rough up the surface to put the PL extra strength construction adhesive on these pieces. Keep in mind, this is just like a mold, and that the hood will be carbon fiber or just fiberglass. And next we're using the heated plastic stapler, we can call it, I guess. This one is a real good one. Actually got it from Amazon, and it's battery operated, and the battery lasts forever. Actually, it's awesome. Okay guys, the front of the hood is all assembled, and here in front of the new BRZ, just walking into the shop now. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. As you can see, there's still lots of bodywork and filler that needs to be done to it. Here, and all in here. Yeah, and then all of these welding staples, they all have to be cut off, pulled out. And then yeah, a lot of sanding. So let's stick it on the car anyway and see what it looks like. All right, I'm excited. Here we go.
I think it looks pretty cool. Just the beginning stages, like I said. This will all have to be cut out. And then we have 28-inch tires that will go up to about here. Slicks, probably go with slicks. And still have to mount the front bumper. And we just started printing the right fender and side skirt. So like I said, this all has to be cut out and fabricated, and it'll also have a cantilever suspension. Goes up through there and goes this way. Yeah, and then I want to start with the body, obviously, most exciting part, and then we will be doing this guy at some point. That'll be a couple videos. So this is a L33 motor, all aluminum, out of a Chevy Sierra, I believe, Silverado. Anyway, one of those, bone stock. And yeah, we'll be stripping this guy down, pressure washing it, stripping it down, and then adding a lot more to it. More performance upgrades. I want 400 horsepower, 400 pounds of torque out of this L33, and then we'll see what happens after that. Maybe turbocharge it. But that'll be other episodes, because this is just the beginning, and it's going to be a long journey.
All right, that's a wrap on this episode. You do not want to miss the next one. We're going to be assembling and mounting the right front fender and finally mounting the front bumper. Also, let me know in the comments, do you prefer more detailed step-by-step assembly videos, or do you like quicker overviews? I'd love to know your thoughts or any advice on the build.
And I will see you in episode 2.